in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. And a must get when you come to Hawaii is what?
Must eat poke.
Yes, it is. And we're actually at the first place on our poke food tour. So where are we going?
So we are in Manoa, which is about a 15 to 20 minute drive outside of Honolulu at a place called Off the Hook Poke.
Yes, and the line is already long, so let's get over there.
Let's go before they sell out.
Yeah.
With sushi rice and cold ginger ahi. Everything.
Yes, and then let me get the two choice with sushi rice as well. Yes, and then let me have the cold ginger ahi, and then the taco miso. Yes, thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Yeah. The smells coming from this are intoxicating.
Okay, guys, so we did mention that when you come here to Off the Hook Poke, there is going to more than likely be a line, but do not be deterred by the line.
Yes.
The line moves really fast, and it's just a matter of you should get here as early as possible so that they don't sell out.
Yeah, they're very efficient here, so the line did move really quick. Okay, so what are we going to be trying first?
So we both got a regular, and we both asked for sushi rice, which is a $1 upgrade, and then you can get a choice of one choice or two choice poke. I went with the one, and I went with their really popular cold ginger ahi.
Yep, and I went with the same thing, so we could actually just try it together and see what it's about. But they had something on the menu, which you guys know if you've seen some of our past poke food videos. I love taco. So they have taco with miso and ginger. So I'm super excited to see what that's going to taste like.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
So the one thing I'll notice here about Off the Hook Poke is the size of the fish.
Oh, yes.
The cuts are huge.
Very generous. Very generous.
Here we go. Ooh.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, wow.
You're immediately hit with the ginger. That nice ginger flavor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. And it does do a little bit of a lingering, which is okay because the flavoring is really good.
And we went with all toppings. And the toppings that they have, it's like furikake, tobiko, like crisps. And like there's also red cabbage on here. So I'm just going to put everything on here.
Yeah, they said all toppings and we were like, yeah, go for it.
Here we go.
Okay. So one thing that I feel is an essential is sushi rice.
Oh, yeah.
With poke.
It just enhances the flavor of the poke a little bit more.
Yes.
With the vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
But the ahi here is so tender, it literally melts in your mouth.
Yes, 100%. And that's the reason why we say when you come to Hawaii, you need to get poke. It's just different here because it's so fresh. It's just, I don't know, it's just better made.
I think that the quality of the fish here in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can get it at auction, and that's what Off the Hook Poke does. They get it fresh at the auction daily. Yeah. And if they don't get any fish at the auction, then guess what? They don't open. So that's how you know it's fresh.
Yeah, getting it fresher than that.
The flavor of the sushi rice is so good.
Yes, it's very good. And I really like that they added the fish eggs.
The tobiko?
Yeah. A little bit of a poppy crunch, saltiness.
Guys, look at the size of this ahi cut. This is massive.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at that. It's a nice big cube. So good. Okay. While you continue to eat, I'm gonna dive into that taco. So, now again, the toppings are spread across, so there is gonna be some toppings that make it over to the taco. So I can't say that I'm just gonna be trying the taco by itself, because there is gonna be some toppings on it. So, and again, like I said before, there's some miso and some ginger. So I expect to get that same kind of gingery flavor that we got with the cold ginger ahi. So let me see. Oh, okay. I absolutely love miso. It is a broth that I get when we go and do hot pot. If I can get miso, I'm gonna get it. And I absolutely love the way that it settles in to the taco here. It's so flavorful. Yet this is another way that I love taco. Wanna try it?
How's the texture of the taco?
It's very bouncy. There is some chew, but it's still very tender. It's not hard, or it's not gonna like break a tooth or anything like that.
Oh.
Yeah, that miso is just so nice. The more you chew, the more you get it.
Very good. It has a nice little, just a very, very slight hint of a sweetness.
Yeah. Definitely.
And the chew is very, very light.
Now you do get the ginger, but I think miso just goes so well with, I think, taco. With all those flavorings together, so it's perfect. It's perfect.
Overall, great first stop on our Poke food tour.
Yeah, that's why there's a huge line.
On to the next one.
Let's go. All right, so we have made it to our second spot in our Poke food tour here in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. Where did we go to?
So we went to an iconic spot, Alicia's Market.
What did we end up getting?
So obviously it's a Poke food tour. We got Poke.
Yeah.
But Alicia's is also known for having other proteins. And so, we had to get them.
Oh, they look so good.
So I went with their ponzu salmon poke. And I also went and chose their char siu.
Yes, and I ended up going with the roasted pork, which I am super excited to try. And then I ended up getting their sweet onion ahi.
And then...
saw it on the menu, had to get it. They also had a sweet onion taco. Have to try it.
And for those of you guys who don't know what he's talking about when he says taco, it's taco, T-A-K-O, which is...
octopus.
All right. So
good.
We've got the beach behind us here at Ala Moana. Let's start.
Let's try it out.
All right. I'm going to start with the ponzu salmon. And here on the poke, it looks like it has like chili flakes, and it's got green onions. And here we go.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the sweet onion ahi.
Poke, nice and fresh, melting in your mouth.
Oh my god.
And the ponzu on here, like the citrus flavor, it's really nice and subtle and doesn't compete with the salmon flavor.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to the ahi, obviously, again, like Michelle said, it's just always fresh here in Hawaii. It just tastes differently. It's so smooth and so creamy. Has a nice a little bit of a saltiness to it, which is nice because, the fish can be, I don't want to say bland, but the flavoring is not salty or anything like that. So, now the one thing I really love is that it doesn't have that like oceany taste. You know what I mean? Sometimes fish has that oceany taste. This one does not. Okay, so gonna grab another piece. Gonna grab some onion as well. Yeah, sweet onion, not very pungent-y, goes perfectly.
Yeah, and here at Alicia's, you can get a choice of one choice or two choice, and then mix it up however you want, and then it comes obviously in a bowl with rice. And I think the rice is just your typical white jasmine or white rice.
Yeah, agreed.
Overall, not too bad for a poke bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really excited to try my char siu.
Yeah. The roasted pork looks so appetizing, tender. You can tell that it has a crispy shell on the outside. Oh, okay.
There's my char siu.
Let's go.
Mmm.
I don't know if the camera picked up that crunch, but oh man. Oh, wow. So on that piece that I got, it was tender. There was a nice chunk of fat on there. And the outside is nice and crisp. Oh, that's so good.
The skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my char siu, I love how it has just that nice, real subtle sweetness flavor of the seasoning and the sauce. And then the char siu, the actual pork itself, is really nice and tender.
Oh, yeah.
Still juicy, too.
Mm-hmm. Looks very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to try another piece because I just have to. Get a two-choice. Get a two-choice, get some poke, and then get one of their other protein sides. You have to do that, especially with the roasted pork or the char siu.
Chasing mine with rice.
Oh my God. Try it. You gotta try it. I'll try your char siu.
Ooh, I love how their roast pork, you have nice lean pieces with fatty pieces as well.
Yes, that is super welcomed. I mean, yeah. See what I'm saying? Oh, this is a big chunk. And the portions are good.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It's a nice porky flavor.
Same thing here. And the sweetness doesn't, like, take over everything. So that's great. Okay, so.
Onto the taco.
Sweet onion taco.
Ooh. I like the nice little chew to the taco. It's not too chewy.
Onions, nice and crisp. Not a pungent flavor. Sweet, but there is a sweetness to the taco.
Yeah, it's a nice subtle sweetness. It's not overpowering.
Oh, yeah. And it's very, very good.
And it has like onions in here, and it also has like chili flakes.
Yeah, which I'm surprised that you didn't get hit by some of that chili because I feel it a little bit, but maybe there was more chili on my piece.
Nope, didn't feel it. Really good.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Overall, poke here, plus the extra proteins that Alicia has.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great spot to hit.
Yes, definitely. So let's go on to the next spot.
All right, on to the next one.
Okay, so the next stop on our poke food tour. Where did we go?
Tanioka's.
Yes, an iconic spot here in Hawaii. So, what kind of poke did we get? Now, mind you this, they got a ton of different pokes to choose from. But what did we get?
So we were well behaved, and we only got 3 choices.
Like, so we were just like, oh, yeah.
We were well behaved. We got 3 choices.
Yeah.
We got their onion poke ahi. We got their FURIKAKE salmon poke, and then we got somebody's favorite type of poke.
Oh man, sesame taco. Gotta try the taco if it's on there. And I've never had sesame before, so good.
All right, so you're gonna try your sesame taco.
Yes.
I'm gonna try the onion poke ahi.
Yes.
And here we go.
Here we go.
So
nice big chunks. Ooh.
Nice, very
Love
very
it.
nice. Here we go.
Yep.
Oops. Smooth and buttery ahi.
Nice chew to the taco. I love the flavoring. I haven't had taco done in one way that I have not enjoyed. Super savory, this one. No sweetness, just savory.
It looks like your taco obviously has a lot of sesame seeds.
A lot of sesame seeds. It also has green onions. Yeah, just green onion, sesame seed. And I'm guessing it's probably going to be like a some form of sauce that has sesame in
Maybe
it,
like
because you can
sesame
tell.
oil?
Yeah, sesame oil. You can taste it.
So my onion poke ahi, obviously it's ahi. It's got onions. It's got green onions, regular onions, and then I feel like it has like a little bit of maybe like sesame oil on it. But again, the ahi is so nice and smooth.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a piece of
and
yours.
buttery.
And you can try the taco if you want. I'm telling you, it's some of the other tacos that I've had. Obviously, not the kimchi one, but Some of the other taco versions that I had have a little bit of sweetness. To that one is just straight savory.
Mmm. I like how it has nice chew.
Yes.
But
Always
not
love
like
that chew.
overly chewy.
No. It's not hard. What is that? The meat that you dry out? God, man.
Jerky?
Jerky. Yeah, it doesn't have a jerky, tough chew. It's very nice chew.
What'd you think of the ahi?
Again, dissolves in your mouth. Super flavorful. I like the combination of the ahi and the onion. I think they just go very well together, right?
I think it's just nice, simple ingredients put together to make really good poke.
And here's the other crazy thing. Me and Michelle are not fans of onions that are just like, cut up, right? We like them to be, raw. We like them to be, a little caramelized or something like that. I can eat them raw all day in poke.
Yeah, I think that's the only time I can eat raw onions.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Let's try the furikake salmon.
Yes, I'm very excited about the furikake. I love furikake on my food. It's great.
So obviously it's salmon. It has a bunch of furikake.
Yes.
It's got green onions. It looks like it's in some kind of sauce. And again, the nice cut, nice portion.
Oh yeah, nice chunks
of salmon. Here we go.
It just dissolves.
Just nice and smooth too, like the ahi. You get some flavors off of the furikake.
Yes.
And I don't know exactly like what it's sitting in, and I don't know if it's like sesame oil. Let me taste another one.
Maybe sesame oil? Yeah, I mean, it does look like sesame oil. It does have a little bit of a clear look to it when you separate the oil. So,
overall,
yeah, I think, you know what? It might be the furikake that's also mixing in there too. It's giving it a little bit of a different flavor, but yeah.
Overall, really good salmon.
Oh, very, very fresh. Very, very fresh.
Super, super, super happy with Tanioka's.
Oh, yeah.
So, on to our next spot.
On to the next one.
So the next stop on our poke food tour, we are in the town of Kaneohe, and we're checking out a spot that we've previously visited called Fresh Catch. But we're visiting them in their brand new location, which is just down the street from their old location here in Kaneohe. And we wanted to obviously take a look at what's new, what the space is like, so let's go.
Okay, so as you can see from the B-roll, their new location is actually really cool looking. It's very fisherman inspired. While we were actually ordering our poke, there was a cool video of a swordfish that somebody had caught playing in the background. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the new location, like I said, is just like a block down. If even that from their old spot, but we got 3 different kinds of poke to try, but Jose's gonna go first.
Yeah, so I don't remember if I got the smoked taco the last time that we came here, but I decided to go with these smoked tacos this time. So I'm gonna give it a try.
While he tries that, it looks nice and creamy. It looks kind of like a spicy mayo, maybe?
Oh, it is. Nice. That one caught me. It is a nice. This is what I got last time. I remember the heat. I remember the last time you tried it, you were like, ooh, there's heat on it. Yeah. Nice and chewy, juicy. That spice like mayo does have a kick on it. So if you're not into getting anything spicy, you may want to steer away from this, but ooh, it's good.
Yeah, it looks like it has tobiko, little fish eggs.
Yeah, little fish eggs, which gives you that nice little kind of a crunch and like a little burst of salt. So yeah, nice.
So I got their salmon poke, and the salmon poke, it comes with obviously the salmon. It comes with green onions. It looks like a white onion or maybe sweet onion. It looks like some furikake on there, like the sesame seeds and like really small pieces of nori all chopped up. And I'm pretty sure that the salmon poke is made with their special black magic sauce, which if I remember when I tried it last time had a nice sweetness to it. So here we go.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they put in that black magic sauce, but you can pick it up and make your own poke at home. But
nice.
I like it because it has a nice subtle sweetness added to that really fresh salmon.
Yeah.
And then the crunch from the onions and then the furikake, all of those different textures put together makes a really nice poke.
Yeah. Did you happen to get like onion with that bite?
I did.
Oh, how was it?
Really good. Let me try again, just to be sure.
Yeah. A nice little crunch I can hear. Very good. Awesome. Okay, well, let's move on to the third.
So the third poke that we got is their Hawaiian poke, which is ahi. And this looks like it's got sesame seeds, it's got like chili flakes, it's got onions. I'm not sure what kind of sauce it has, but since he's gonna go ahead and try that, I'm gonna go ahead and try this. Ooh. Okay. So this Hawaiian, first and foremost, ahi, super fresh, melts in your mouth. Nice thing here about Fresh Catch is great cuts of fish, good quantity. But this Hawaiian, I think you're going to be a little bit surprised.
Oh, really?
I'll let you taste it.
Well, ours running backs is like always first and oh.
It's got a nice little hint of sweet and then just a real quick burst of like heat.
Yeah.
But not heat that like lingers in your mouth. It's just like in and out sweet, in and out heat.
Yeah, I can see it. So
There's chili
there's
flakes.
actually little chili flakes in here as well. So I'm very surprised that you didn't get like, ooh, because Michelle is not too inclined on chili. Or chili on
Spicy food.
spicy food. But yeah, that's really nice. It's sweet and it has that nice little kick.
It kind of almost reminds me of like a sweet chili sauce
Yeah.
that you would put on like a type of like egg roll, like a Filipino lumpia egg roll or Vietnamese
exactly.
egg roll.
Yeah,
It's
correct.
kind of like that. So again, the heat doesn't linger, at least for me, but it's that nice pop of sweet, spicy.
Yeah. So from all three, you can obviously tell it's very, very fresh. The sauces match the actual fish that's in the poke, so that's super great. But we have other places to try.
So let's see what we're going to get into next.
All right, so we've made it to our next stop on our poke food tour here in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. Where do we go?
So we're in the town of Kaneohe, and we're a place called Kebe Bros Fish and Ice. And
Yes.
this place had one of our favorite flavors of poke, and we had to come back.
Okay, so obviously change of scenery. There is no sit-down spots at Kebe Bros. It's pickup only. So, I mean, it's totally cool because, maybe 5 minutes away?
5 minutes away down the street, you can go to Heiaia. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Heiaia State Park and get this
Yes.
beautiful view
Beautiful views.
of the bay.
Yeah, while you eat fresh fish. So that's perfect. So, what did we go ahead and get?
So I ended up going with 3 choices here. And the first one I'm going to try is their salmon poke.
Yes.
And their salmon poke looks like it has red onions. It's got nice huge chunks of salmon in there. It's got regular green onions. It looks like it has furikake, and I think it might be some shoyu.
Yep, and I had to. Their taco kimchi, which has some nice little cucumber pieces, obviously kimchi, and then the fresh taco, and also some little tiny pieces of green onion. So, yeah.
So here we go.
Yep,
I'm going to
let's
try
go.
mine first. Fresh salmon, nice and buttery smooth. You can definitely taste some of that shoyu that the salmon has been sitting in. Let me get another bite with the red onions in it and dip that
Yeah.
a little bit more into the shoyu.
Now, obviously, the taco has a very nice chew on it. It's still tender, but that nice chew is what really attracts me to the taco poke. If you haven't really ever tried kimchi before, I would definitely just give it a shot. I know it's an acquired taste, but when it lines up really good with what you're eating, whether it's going to be like, you know, a Korean barbecue or you're going to have it in poke, it's just so good. It adds so much flavor.
Oh, you're done talking? Sorry, I was going to keep eating. So again, the salmon poke, when you get that red onion and you get that texture and that nice crunch from that red onion and you mix it up with that smooth, nice, soft salmon, it goes really well together.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Now, if you've heard that kimchi can sometimes be very spicy, this one is actually not as spicy as some of the kimchis I've tried before, which is great, which means a lot more people can try it if you're not a fan of spicy food. Very, very good. Okay, so.
All right, before the flies get to us and our poke, we're going to try our next poke.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, so excited. I think that there are so many different varieties of poke that you can have here in Hawaii. I mean, they do so many different combinations of just the poke itself. Like that's before you even get like toppings at some places, or you do a rice, choices of rice, etc. But I have to say that probably one of our absolute favorite combinations is something that K-Bay Bros does, and it's called their pahana. And so their pahana is a kimchi based sauce with ahi, and it's got furikake in it, it's got green onions in it, and then it's topped with imitation crab salad.
I mean, if you can get imitation crab salad on anything, it's just go ahead and add it.
I mean, why not? Why not? So Jose said that I could have first dibs.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to get a little bit of everything. The ahi, the imitation crab salad, some red onions, and here we go.
Give it here. Okay. Let me go ahead and give it a shot. I know what this is going to taste like because I remember it from last time. It was just so good.
So the thing that I find really cool is that I am not a spicy kind of person, because spicy food sometimes doesn't really mix well with my stomach. And I know that surprisingly their pahana has like a kimchi base on it, but I can actually tolerate it. So for those of you guys who are kind of on the edge about spicy food, this is something you can definitely try and not feel like complete regret, because it's a nice subtle kind of heat, but it doesn't like necessarily linger in your mouth or on your tongue.
Yeah, it's not a punishing heat. The nice little add of the onions in there for a little bit of a crunch. Then you have that smoothness of the creaminess of the crab salad. And then, of course, obviously you have the very fresh fish. I mean, it's just so many different combinations of flavoring and textures all in one that's just very pleasing.
Yeah, I really enjoy the sweetness that you get from the imitation crab, and then you're mixing that with that slight kimchi flavor, and then obviously that buttery ahi.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of the poke that we have, and there's going to be some more spots to check out. So let's go ahead and get on to the next one. We're at our next stop on our poke food tour here in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. So, where are we at?
So we are checking out a spot that we previously visited and tried their Hawaiian and Filipino food, but we completely missed out on their poke, so we're not going to miss out this time. We're heading over to Fort Ruger.
Yep, let's go. Okay, so at Fort Ruger Market, obviously it's a market. They have drinks and they have all that good stuff, but there's no seating. And then obviously here in Hawaii, parking spaces, they're not aplenty. So where did we go to eat our poke?
So we are here at Kapiolani Park with
Yes.
that background behind us.
Yes, you can see that.
We have Le'ahi, aka Diamond Head, to our right.
Exactly. So what pokes did we get?
So we got two kinds of poke here at Fort Ruger. The first thing that we got is their salmon poke.
Yes.
And then the second thing that we got is their Ruger mix ahi.
Yes, and they are both market fresh. So
they're both
that
fresh
is
from
a
the
plus.
auction.
Yes,
so
yes.
I don't think you can get any fresher than that.
No, you can't. So let's just go ahead and try it. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to be trying the ahi.
And I'm going to be trying the salmon. In the salmon poke,
Ooh, nice and red.
it's salmon poke and sesame oil is what they used. And it's got green onions. It's got sesame seeds. I see a little bit of chili flakes in here. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try.
Yes, and then in the ahi there is some green onion, and then there's also some normal onion. But there also seems to be like a nut or some sort. What was the nut called? I think.
So it's the kukui nut.
Yeah, the kukui nut. So that's
in
kind of
there.
cool.
And it's also got some limu and some chili flakes.
Yes, yes.
So let's give it a try. Mmm.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Let me see.
Try one more bite.
Hmm.
So my salmon is nice and buttery. I like the slight crunchy texture that you get from the sesame seeds. You can taste the sesame oil. It's just very lightly covered in the sesame oil. It's not completely like overly drenched. And then you've got the chili flakes, which I've tasted a couple pieces now. I don't feel any heat or
nice.
anything from there. And then the green onions give it a nice little, healthy taste to it.
Yeah. So then with the ahi, you're obviously going to get the crunch from the onion and a little bit of green onion as well. The addition of the nut is actually really cool. It kind of gives it a little bit of an earthy taste to it. I have not had ahi poke taste like this before. I actually really like it. It's very interesting. It's different. And then obviously you have the limu and all that stuff, right? But like, it's a very nice flavor. You need to try it.
Okay, let's switch.
Now, you can see what I'm talking about here.
All right.
And it's obviously a little bit of a crunch too, which is really cool.
Here we go.
Good salmon.
So this ahi again is like buttery, just like the salmon. Buttery fresh. Again, fresh from the auction, so you can't get any fresher than that.
Oh no.
I like the little texture that you get from the limu. And yeah, so the kukui nut does give you a little bit of like a nutty.
Nutty, earthy kind of, yeah.
Very slight. It's not overwhelming.
No.
It's not overpowering. It's just a nice balance of just that undertone to the ahi. And I think they use sesame oil here as well.
Yeah, it's very good. And obviously with the salmon, like Michelle said, nice and fresh, buttery smooth. A little bit of crunches from the onions. Good flavoring, not overly powerful. Very good. Yeah.
All right. Now we're not missing out on Fort Rivers Poke.
Yeah.
Let's see where we head next on our Poke food tour.
Poke. Do you like poke?
I love Poke.
I love poke too. So we have made it to our, I don't even know how many stops we're at now. So we've made it to the next stop though. And that is good old Foodland Poke. So what did we get?
So we got 3 different kinds of poke here. We got their salmon poke. You got the
taco poke.
And then we got ahi poke. So yours is the shoyu.
Yeah, the shoyu taco, which is the first time that I'm going to have shoyu taco. I think this completes all of the different versions that there may be, but there might be some other ones, so you never know.
Yes, so I'm going to give you the honors.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Trying your first shoyu taco.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we know what shoyu is. It's very flavorful. Nice little chew on the taco. Nice and flavorful. It has pieces of cucumber, and then it also has some green onion, and that's basically about it. So obviously the star is going to be the taco, and then that shoyu that's giving that nice flavor.
Let me have a bite, since it's not spicy.
It's very good.
Look at that.
I think taco can pretty much go with any seasoning, any flavoring, everything. So good.
Very good. My turn. So I got their salmon poke, and this salmon poke, it has green onions, regular onions. It looks like it has some chili flakes. in it, and some, I don't know if it's sesame seeds or inamoa. Um, let me give it a try. I think it is in sesame oil as well. So nice big chunks of salmon.
Oh wow, yeah.
Mmm.
Those are big chunks.
It's nice and buttery fresh. Let me get one with some onions on it, because you know the onions and poke, the texture.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed that you can see that layer of like fat.
Mm-hmm. I like eating onions. So we're not a big fan of raw onions, but we do like onions for some reason when it's seasoned and put into poke.
Yeah, I think a lot of the seasonings that they use in poke just kind of diffuses that like tangy, sometimes not sour, just a hard word to describe of onions that are not cooked. Yeah, pungent. There you go.
Pungent onion flavor. It tones it down a bit.
Okay, let's grab our last poke pick for a Foodland. You get the first dibs.
So this is their ahi poke, and it is really nice and simple. It's got green onions again, regular onions, with like a sesame seeds, chili flakes. So let's give this a try.
Yeah, and it doesn't look overly saucy, which is very interesting. That's kind of, I think, the first time that I've had ahi that doesn't have, and when I say this, like a ton of whatever it is they're trying to season it with. I feel like it's just very light.
It's very minimal.
Yeah, it's very minimal. It's just the ahi, which is kind of the first time I've seen that, to be honest with you.
I don't necessarily taste any sesame oil.
Yeah.
Or anything on this, so I feel like it's just really the ahi that's doing its own work.
Yeah, yeah. Still good though. I mean, I really enjoy it. So if you're looking for something that, you know, maybe you feel like poke is sometimes a little too salty. I don't know if this is a different version. Maybe we got a different scoop. I don't know, but that one doesn't have a ton of it on there. So yeah.
All right, we're gonna polish this off.
Yep.
Let's see where we end up next.
Last stop on the poke food tour. Man, I'm gonna miss this stuff. I'm gonna miss it so much. Where do we go?
So we are here again on the island of Oahu, in the town of Kailua, and we are checking out a liquor store.
Yes.
That's serving up some fresh poke.
Oh yeah.
It's called Tamura's Fine Wine and Liquor.
Yes. Now, if you didn't see our previous video from a Hawaii trip, we actually showed off Tamura's and we talked about how great it was, so we had to include it into the food tour.
Yes,
for sure.
We actually did a poke food tour. We'll put the link in the description below. A little
bit
cringy.
It's cringy though.
But
so
anyways, let's talk about now.
Yeah. All right.
So what did you get?
Yeah. So I ended up getting the taco with the Tamura special sauce.
And I ended up getting the ahi with Tamura's special sauce.
Yes, which we enjoy the sauce, so we know what we're looking at. So let's just go ahead and get on in.
Yeah. All right.
Go. And there's that little bit of heat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So buttery fresh, the ahi literally melts in your mouth.
Yeah, if you haven't had taco before, it's actually octopus. It has a very nice chew to it, but it's still very tender. So with mine, I have some green onions, obviously Tamura sauce, and there's also some sesame seeds in there as well, and some onions.
And in mine, again, it's in the Tamura sauce, which at this point we still don't know what's in it.
That is good.
But it is so good. And mine comes with green onions, regular onions, sesame seeds, some chili flakes, and again, that sauce. Here we go.
Yeah, it's so good. The crunch of the onions, both the green onions and the onions themselves, are very, very good. And it's nice and sweet. And Tamura sauce does have a little bit of heat on it. You see the chili flakes.
Now, Jose mentioned that there is some heat to this Tamura sauce. I can actually take one for the team and tolerate it because the sauce has just so much flavor, but the heat is not like a lingering, like burning heat. It is a slight heat, that does kind of like come and then go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, this is just so good. Mm-mm-mm.
You get some of yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me try some of this ahi over here.
Mmm.
Oh yeah, just so buttery, man. Mmm.
I always enjoy the slight chew from the taco. It's just another texture
Yeah,
profile.
it's just so bouncy. It's fun to eat. That's what I would say. It's fun to eat. Okay, so
We're gonna go and polish this off.
I'm gonna polish this off, and then we'll give you our thoughts on all of the places that we visited in this Poke Tour.
The tour's come to an end.
Yeah, yeah,
Tear.
yeah. Now we did try 8 spots. We wanted to get them all in, but of course there's so many, we could only get 8.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different places that serve poke.
Yeah.
It's impossible to
Yeah.
eat at all of them.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Now, if you haven't seen our previous video where we actually went to the fish market and showed how all of this fresh ahi is coming in, definitely go and check out that video, because then it kind of gives you a little bit of backstory to what we're about to talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, what did you think about all the spots?
If you are a huge fan of poke, we hope that you appreciate this poke food tour,
Yeah.
because there's so many different ways that people can make poke.
Yes.
Whether it's
Yes.
just your basic ahi or tuna and turn that into a poke, whether you do it poke by the pound, by the weight, or poke in a poke bowl, such a large variety. We wanted to, introduce folks to poke if they are not familiar with what poke is, and then kind of give you guys an introduction to start your own poke food tour.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one of the things that you have to understand here, and again, if you watch the fish market video, is that no matter where you go, you're going to be getting fresh fish, because that's where it all comes from, is from that market, which is really cool to see. But it's those small, intricate details that sets everybody apart, like Tamura sauce, or like Off the Hook Poke with their ahi ginger. Like, there's so many different things that people do differently to set themselves apart, but it's all going to be fresh and it's all going to be good.
Yeah, because you can't get it. I mean, you can't get seafood any fresher than you can here in Hawaii, especially when we're talking about poke.
Yeah, yeah. And here's another thing. Like me and Michelle have talked about off camera, we have a different perspective and such more of a what's the right word? Appreciation for poke in general, just because of all the process that it takes to get to the point where you're just shoveling it in. So it gives us some new appreciation. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed all the spots. I'd go back a million times.
Yeah, so definitely check each spot out that we visited and see which one seems of interest to you.
Yeah.
And then, definitely start your own tour and take that adventure to try out all of the various kinds of poke, whether you're eating ahi, whether you're eating taco, or whether you do salmon, or whether you do crawfish even, or crab. There's just so many things to pick from. You can definitely get lost with so much poke.
Oh, 100%. So yes. So that brings us to the end of the Poke Food Tour. If you enjoyed the video, please do us a favor and go down there and hit that subscribe button. It just helps to build our community here on YouTube, as well as hit the notification bell. It just drops you a nice little notification letting you know that we drop new content.
And guys, come on. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Here is your invitation.
Yes.
And don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah. And then comment down below, have you had a chance to try poke before? And if so, where was it? And tell us what your favorite protein is in your poke bowl or your poke by the pound. And then don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, Michelle Jose Food and Travel.
Yeah, and as always, 8 links is going to be in the description. But as always, any places that we showcase in our videos, there's always going to be links in the description below. So if you're interested, definitely go check out those links.
All right, guys. Until the next time.
Yep.
Bye.